What's up, jobbers, and welcome to the latest edition of the Jobber Knocker podcast. As always, is Nestlemania. Alongside for the ride is a man that, well, folks, he's big, he's bad, he'll body slam your dad. That's right, it's JC. You'll find out what I'm talking about later. He's big, he's bad, he'll body slam your dad.
Okay.
You're going to love it. Don't worry.
All right. Take your word for it.
Anyway, there's a lot to talk about. There's a lot of people moving in every direction in the WWE, whether it's Raw, whether it's Smackdown, NXT, Evolve. I don't know anybody. And the PC is getting hot and heavy right now. We've got AW. We've got other things going on. Everything is up and down. We got a new season of wrestling after WrestleMania. It's crazy.
It's funny. I told you before as we were getting on, I'm about halfway through NXT, and I think there are about 10 debuts in the first 20 minutes. But it's fucking great. I mean, we look at what excited me the most about that, not to get too off topic here, is just like we talked about all last year how the men's singles division seemed thin. And they're like, well, we're going to call up Obatrick and Javon, your top three. And now bye-bye Ego and Ricky Starks. But like the amount of dudes they had debut last night for Tony and Miles to fight and some of these other guys is exciting. Obviously the women's division is still stacked. They can take away as many women as they want, but dun. They still got my girl Lola on top, and we can have a heavyweight fight come with Jada. So that's my NXT minute. I'm pumped and jacked. I can't wait to finish that show. But Nestlemania, we got to start with the uppity up, and we're going to get to some of these debuts. And you know what, Nestlemania, always in the shine. What do I want to talk about? Well, we're going to talk about that in a moment, but I'll stick with the NXT theme because sometimes things just catch you by surprise. And sometimes something like that can be a debut of Fatal Influence. I was shocked at how well this went. I saw Rhea come out, do her little blah, 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 and I'm like, snore, snore, snore. Probably just going to have Jade interrupt her, yada, yada. But no, pleasant surprise, Fatal Influence. After I believe they already attacked the tag teams during it, and I was like, oh, they're getting another segment here to announce it. And then JC got the mic. And what happened, Nestlemania? I was like, holy shit. They fucking hate her already. And I was just like, this is going to work. This is going to work. Look, JC's been down in NXT forever. We were talking about before how she was like the third wheel, and it felt at the start of Mandy's faction there, which Toxic Attraction. I remember I used to call them Fatal Attraction and Toxic Influence because I couldn't fucking keep them straight because they're literally a copycat. And JC got to be the double champ just like Mandy. But you know what? JC's so talented. She's one of the best women in the ring that they have on the roster, I think, main roster or NXT. And she obviously proved it the past year at NXT, just like lifting everyone up with her. But that was an awesome debut because instantly, if you didn't know who she was, judging by the way crowd reacted, you know you're supposed to fucking hate her. And she looked like a badass, and they immediately cemented her as like, yeah, she can go toe-to-toe with Rhea Ripley. She's here. She's going to be an important, integral part of SmackDown. And I love when shit like that works because you just never know. Because I remember, I don't know if it was on air last week or off air. I was talking about, man, are they just going to call up JC by herself? They're going to take these two girls who Fallon just has seemed to like be the same her whole career, and this other girl who's very new, Lainey Reed. But no, they brought up the whole package, and it worked, Nestlemania. I was pleasantly surprised.
I'll be honest with you. I have been in and out of NXT based on my schedule, and I was completely surprised when I saw the third one. I was like, wait a minute, what happened to the girl with the camera thing?
Oh, yeah, the hot one? Yeah,
and
she got fired.
I was like, see ya, Dink. I forgot about that. And then I was like, oh, this is not bad. And she got like Dominic type heat with the boo.
Yeah.
Texas is a hotbed for shit, too. So, I mean, Texas had it going on Friday and Monday. I thought they did a great job. Bring anything they can for WWE to Texas because everything's fucking bigger in Texas. But man, I think that the most important thing you could do in that segment, or just in general for JC Jane, well, they all attacked the tag teams as you discussed, which again, not trying to undermine that portion, but JC.
Yeah, we can't undermine the tag teams.
JC Jane doing the back and forth with Rhea and getting the reaction. You're presenting her against the biggest star, so now even though she's not equal, the comparison can be made that she's in the stratosphere, which is all you need.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so I think that's important going forward because if you debuted her with, no offense, just her beating up tag teams, the ceiling seems awfully low. But when you put her up against someone who is, you know, like we talked about, Rhea Ripley is not just the best woman in WWE. She's one of the best in WWE. She's on the sides of the truck and the poster and the cups and so on. So I think when you think about it, this was a huge moment for JC, and she held her own. I thought she did a great job, and I've never been a JC Jane girl, boy, whatever you want to call me, and I just feel like she was, to me, she was the third wheel of Fatal Attraction.
Toxic Attraction.
Excuse me. We talk that one wrong for the rest of our lives.
Yeah.
But I thought she was the third wheel in that faction. And then, man, the other two go away and she becomes something special. So, I mean, pin a rose on her nose, man. That's what it is.
Yeah, no, she was great. And look at, I'm wearing my Always in the Shine Mandy Rose shirt. Oh, yeah, no, that was great. I love that. And it was good to see. I'm sorry. I'm very distracted because this Flyers Penguins series has been awesome at 0-0, and I might have a first goal scorer, and they almost just scored. Also, I happened to open Twitter, and the first thing I saw was a Sky Blue promo with the tickler in the background, and I was tickled by Sky Blue's appearance. And so, yeah, and there's 2 NBA games going on, and another hockey game. And we have to talk wrestling, but always in the Shine Nestlemania, you know I got to talk about Cody motherfucking Rhodes, because what did he do on SmackDown, Adam? What did he do? He looked at that camera and said, look, you guys want to give me a mixed reaction? I'm going to fucking cut a promo and every single one of you fuckers are going to cheer me. About halfway through they were. It was just vintage Cody. It's why he's the guy. He's an absolute stud. He took shots at everyone, including that fucking dork gingerbread idiot twat, Sami Zayn. Wow. He took shots at TKO, the low-hanging fruit, but it was well done because it felt like he had Triple H on his back being like, oh, you guys trying to take my main event 3 years in a row? How'd that fucking go? Boom. Vintage Cody. Exactly what he needed. He's a stud. I love him. Go.
He's very good at what he does. He communicates well. I mean, there's no flaw in that logic. You know what I mean? It's just, it's hard to, here's the thing. People can say that CM Punk might be one of the best to ever be on the microphone with the Roddy Pipers and the Hulk Hogans of the world in terms of a promo, like captures your attention. I think Cody Rhodes, and even his dad, as Dusty Rhodes, obviously was a fantastic communicator and pulls you in. But there's something about Cody Rhodes that's very genuine and authentic. And I think that's really interesting going forward, going where he's going to be next. I still look at him and think, man, if he decides that it's okay to be a heel Cody is going to be...
Ain't going to be his choice.
No, but what I'm saying is, for as much as we are in the WWE bubble, but we also look outside the WWE for things. A lot of people who watch WWE don't watch outside of WWE. And so nobody knows how good of a heel Cody Rhodes can be and how dastardly and how like the shit he's going to stir up if he ever chooses to.
Well, I remember when he was like a little boy with the mask, but that was like what, fucking 12, 15 years ago at this point?
It's crazy to me. But like when I saw him do his stuff with the Elite, I was just like, this guy has great comedic timing, but he's also an asshole and he can play a great asshole. So I understand he's QB1 and all that bullshit, but like, man, if he decides that it's time, that's when I'll be ready.
There's a couple of those new boys that we're looking at that as they ascend, Oba, the Bronze, maybe even Trick Willie, there might be room for Cody to, but
yeah,
it's got to get there first. Cause right now he's got an old fogey and a part-time fucking island boy. So, and then the most boring guy in television who we'll talk about in the heat, I'm sure. Actually, no, did I put him in the Shine this week? No, I was going to, but then something went bad. So no, we're not doing that. But Nestlemania, third segment of the Shine. I can't wait anymore for the home invasion thing. Danhausen, just so fucking funny. And him interacting with the Miz is perfect, but him interacting with Maurice is even better because she just fucking gets it. Like, it just is one of those things. She was always very good. You could see it even when she was WWE and she didn't even know what the fuck she was doing. She had something. But like her and the Miz together, I mean, Miz and Mrs. was such a good show. If you guys want to go back and watch a random old reality show from a few years ago, it's so good. And that's what this felt like to me. It's like Miz and Mrs. met Danhausen. And I was like, this is like the greatest thing on TV. I would watch this every week as a half-hour show, sitcom. Danhausen and the Miz family. It just like, when are we going to get Danhausen with Mrs. mom and dad? Like, it's just like, it's coming. But this was just so good with the golf club and taking the slam. Oh, just mine now. Oh.
All in one.
Yeah, it's just everything about this was so perfect.
I couldn't think to myself, what more could he do? And then when the chocolate threw into her face, and then he rides away on the daughter's bicycle. I was just like, I'm watching Pee Wee Herman. Like that's what I'm watching, like a childlike character insert himself into the WWE, and then they had a fucking match.
Yeah.
Which whatever, like the match is almost ancillary.
Danhausen is undefeated, baby.
It's unfucking believable, but it was like it was a job alert. It was slapstick. The pyro thing fucking happened. It was just like the bumps. And then he gets in the fucking vehicle. Like it's just like he gets away with all this shit.
Danhausen mobile.
Like I don't understand it at this point because it's just like
it just works.
But they're doing everything correct. With like I don't understand how this is going to continue because in my head I'm like I think I said in the Jobber Knocker thread, but I think this is a great idea. Eventually, someone pulls out a mirror and then he curses himself, and then that would to me would be far more entertaining to me to see how that goes, and what that looks like. But maybe he just doesn't get it. But it's also weird that like they've kind of said the thing about the teeth, but they've not really done the teeth thing.
They referenced it. He's held them in backstage, and like I think Corey yelled it after the match, like go celebrate with some teeth or something. But they haven't gone fully into it because I think it's one of those things like.
It is
if
weird.
you did that right away, people would be like, what the fuck? But I think like as now they're coming more endeared with this character, they can do whatever the fuck they want.
It's kind of fucking weird, but it's just like
kind of fucking weird. It is fucking weird.
I mean, I can.
It's a good kind of fucking weird.
But I can see like they cut back to fucking somehow on Halloween. The Miz's daughters have Danhausen makeup on. Like I could see the whole thing. Like Mizhausen as a tag team, it would be fucking hysterical. Like I don't know. It's just. There's so many things I could think of that have nothing to do with Danhausen wrestling that would make so much sense. That dude is going to be set for a while. It's kind of crazy to me that he's not even, would you consider this a C storyline? Because I feel like it's like a D or an F story.
I mean, it's like the bottom barrel storyline, but it's one of those things that's the best thing on the show because it's Danhausen. Like, and the Miz is we literally said the second he showed up and like, I can't wait for him to work with the Miz. And it was like instantaneous. It's just like they knew. They're like, this is how you launch the guy because that's what the Miz does. And stuff like this is just the perfect thing for the Miz. So it's just like keep it going as long as you can. Having Kit Wilson and Jason Lee involved, just it all works.
Get out of my pool.
Yeah.
I'm not in your pool. It's just like, what the fuck am I watching? Yeah. Anything else you thought was positive?
Yeah, we're gonna transition from the smallest guy on the roster to my fucking big meaty man, Obafemi, because you know what, Nestlemania? I love Obafemi. I love Grayson Waller. I love watching Obafemi beat people up. I love watching Grayson Waller get beat up. I also love open challenges. So this was like, check. Yeah, this is the JC segment. And the fact that we get a JC segment every week now, because Oba's like, you know what? All these fucking champions, they're all fucking married to their dance partners, so I ain't gonna challenge for a title. I'm gonna be the fucking title. I'm gonna come out here every week, and I'm gonna fucking give somebody a chance to come out and get their ass kicked, because that's what's gonna happen. And you know what? This is how you slow play him and still keep his momentum. It's perfect.
I did like it. I thought that the Waller setup backstage was funny.
Oh yeah.
And then of course Oba be like, "You die tonight," and then he just comes out and does his Oba thing, completely over. I remember vaguely him having tassels on his arms, but it didn't seem like they always had it. And then this week he had tassels.
Yeah, it's part of his look sometimes.
It was weird to me because I felt like, did they add those? Did they think he needed to add those?
I don't know if he's wore them on the main roster, but he definitely wore them a lot in NXT.
Okay. It just seemed odd to me. Like, I didn't like the look of the tassels. It just made me think Ultimate Warrior for a second. But, or even, was it Ezekiel? But,
I forgot about that.
Yeah. We all did. But I'm here to make sure Pepperidge Farm remembers. And so, the one thing I am curious, and you kind of alluded to this, was the open challenge portion. Mm-hmm. It was weird to me because I was like, I get the slow playing thing, but it was like, I think Penta would fight him. Obviously, they're not going to do that.
Penta's a little busy with some other JC guys right now. So
I don't know. It felt like kind of a cop out. Like we got nothing for him. So let's just have him do the open challenge, which again, I'm not going to hate because he's just going to mow down people. But I am curious. Do you have a pulse like in your head of thinking like where this is going to lead? Because it has to lead to something.
It's just a way because he's not going for a title. They said they're not taking him to Penta or Roman anytime soon. But like this is going to lead to him just building momentum. Eventually, he'll have someone where it'll be a feud because they're going to want him on pay-per-views for the most part when they can. And then I really do think there is a chance that the main event of SummerSlam is Roman Reigns versus Obafemi.
I feel like that's too soon. Too soon.
You're saying that, but you're also saying you don't like that they're slow playing it. It's like, no, this is why they're doing it. But think about it, SummerSlam's what, August? At some point, this motherfucker has to go for a title because he's so fucking good. Now, he doesn't need to win that necessarily, especially because then, like, Roman's already fucking teetering as a fucking heel. I already fucking hate him. We can talk about the main event next if you want. But, like, it's just one of those things, like, it's you can only do it for so long. And if they make the decision, maybe they do go the route like they would Trick. They let him have the mid-card title like they did in NXT forever. Then eventually he loses it. But I have a feeling like he's going to challenge for the world title before he wins the mid-card title. It just feels like that. And he won't necessarily have to win because not everyone wins on their first try. Braun Breaker hasn't won on his first try and stuff like that. And it isn't going to matter for a guy like this because they'll find a creative way to do it. But I just think at that point, like he's so fucking over. He's so fucking undeniable. He's so fucking big. It's hard to not eventually have him and Roman at least do something during this Roman Reigns run.
Well, I already can feel that obviously we can talk about what happens with Roman Reigns right in the immediate future, but I feel like we're going to get a Bronson Reed return against Roman Reigns so he can get his fucking W back there. I feel like we're probably going to get a Gunther Roman Reigns at some point. So I feel like
Gunther Roman Reigns is like the more likely SummerSlam, I think.
I think so too. I think honestly, if I was them, I would hold off. I don't know if they can do it. Oba versus Roman at Mania.
Yeah, but I mean, who knows if Roman
because Oba winning the Rumble feels so classically perfect for him.
Yeah, it's
like one of those things where like he could beat the Kane record. He could do all these things. Like he's a guy that you put the media behind for the lead up for WrestleMania. So like, and it's like his first try. So I feel like here's the problem I have. It's not a bad problem to have. I just feel like this is a nitpicky Nestle thing. You already beat Brock Lesnar.
Yeah.
Which to me feels like sometimes the mountaintop that's even harder to do than win a championship. Yeah. So now I feel like we're in reverse mode of like, now we got to go.
Where do you want him to go? You want him to beat Roman on Monday? Like this is what this is the way.
No. I'm just saying.
Instead of just having him just like he's going to be doing this regardless. But by branding it as like an open challenge thing and making it like Oba Femi is the title and the opportunity, it tells you every week how fucking special he is. And like, because that's the segment they're going to do anyways. They just found a different way to present it so it doesn't feel as lame. Because look at like open challenges, they never get fucking boring because they're fucking open challenges. That's the beauty of them.
We get rid of the United States Open Challenge and give the Oba Femi Challenge. There you go.
There you go.
All right. Anything else that's positive?
Yeah, I think we need to talk about Jacob because I think Jacob Fatu has never been more right in his life. I agree with everything Jacob Fatu says. I'm also Team Solo because Roman is a piece of shit. And Solo is the one that fucking was looking out for him, not Roman. Roman ain't ever do shit for him. Roman was focused on him, even with his cousins. That's why his cousins turned him. Now they crawl him back because they got to be little hype men losers again. But I love this promo out of Jacob because, like, you know what? It's one of those things. Roman's always going to get reaction. He's always going to be cheered. He's fucking Roman Reigns. I would cheer him if I was in the crowd too. It's fun. But in this fucking feud, I'm like, God damn. I would love if Jacob Fatu beat him up. When Jacob Fatu started beating his ass on Monday Night Raw, I was like, yes. Yes. And I was like, you know what? This was smart. This isn't the feud I would have picked after Mania, but they found a way to like grab me with that title. And you know I fucking hate that title. Roman pretty much said on Raw that he also hates that title. He's like, they literally made this title because of me. And now I have it, and now it's important. I loved that part because I was like, he just can't stop taking shots at Seth. And I always love that. But this was a great segment for Jacob. And I loved everything he said about Roman because it's one of those things. It's like, yeah, happy Roman's a new guy, whatever. Jacob ain't forget. Jacob ain't forget that you were never there for him, Roman. You're full of shit, and you're full of shit. Pretend like you're not full of shit and demeaning him. I hope he kicks your ass again, boy.
Well, he certainly isn't winning.
No. But I just hope he's beating him up.
My thought was, it feels very similar to the Jey Uso thing from years ago.
Except for this is way more believable because Jacob Fatu is way more of a badass than Jey Uso ever could be.
That's true. But I also feel like, I don't know, like, I was thinking about this. It felt so familiar and so similar that it, like, I know that they think that it'll draw money, and I'm sure Roman Reigns will draw money despite whatever, but I'm not in love with the idea of the Usos and Roman Reigns together.
Oh no, I think that's lame. But
I think it's stupid.
It's
like
dumb.
But I understand that Roman Reigns is the needle mover, and I understand that Jacob Fatu is on the up. But then my thought was like, I just feel really, I understand that we don't live in a world where it's black and white and there's shades of gray and all that stuff. But I feel like in order for everybody to get on board, it feels like there needs to be like a definitive thing where it's like, okay, so we just like 2.5 weeks ago, we talked about the fact that Jacob Fatu was a career criminal and he like turned his life around. And then somehow they use it against him on Monday. And it was just like, wait a minute. What are we doing here?
Yeah, because like, Roman Reigns is a piece of shit. That's like, why.
But it's just weird to me that it's just like
Roman's a low-hanging fruit guy. He always has been. That's his shit talk. Because he's like Roman's a good talker, but he's not a good shit talker. So his shit talker is always low-hanging fruit. Always. Think about the CM Punk stuff. It was all low-hanging fruit. That's all he can do. Because he's not an actual good shit talker. He's a good talker. He's not a good shit talker.
Okay. All right. I'm just saying. Who's the babyface? Who's the heel? That's all I want.
Jacob Fatu is clearly the babyface. Roman is Roman. It's just one of those things. Like it's just like with Trick Williams said it perfectly. He's like babyface heel. I don't give a shit about that. I'm Trick Willie, and you can either like me, you can not like me. It's like there are some. We've seen this in wrestling for a long time now. It's like
no, I know.
It doesn't have to be defined. It's like Trick Williams is clearly a heel, but we cheer him because he's fucking cool. Roman Reigns was clearly a heel in this segment, but he's fucking Roman Reigns, so he's never going to be booed. How many times, like Seth Rollins came out as a fucking heel every week, and people sing his song and then booed. It's just like it's one of those things. But to me, like Jacob Fatu is clearly one of their best baby faces right now. He's developed into that. The injury kind of kills momentum. He got it back a little bit, and now they're capitalizing on it. And it's like, yeah, is it a little familiar with the Jey Uso thing? Sure, but Jacob Fatu is way more interesting. And also, like, I remember when Roman won the title, I'm like, what are they going to do with him right away that'll be interesting? That's why I assumed he'd go away. But I'm like, this is at least compelling television every week. Obviously, they could have put anyone in this situation. We know Roman's not losing. At least this is fun. And we can get a little personal. Right? A little personal, Adam.
Who the fuck is Adam?
You are, bitch. I'm getting personal.
All right, Joseph. JC. Since we can't use your real
name. My
name
name is not Joseph.
I know.
Just checking.
I know what your real name is.
That's not my name.
Do you know who sings that song?
The Ting Tings.
Wow, you actually know a band. Good
it's
for
literally
you.
On my car playlist, bro. Come on.
Listen, I haven't been in your car in years.
That's the only song I know by them.
Yeah? Four little words just to get me alone. I'm the last chick standing up against the wall. No? Okay, right, anyway.
Oh.
That's the whole part of That's Not My Name. Seeing as though you play it so much in your car.
Well, anyway, the way you sing it is not how they sing it, so just saying.
I'm fairly certain I sing it pretty good.
I don't know about that.
Hey, you're the one that looks like Hollywood Hulk Hogan right now.
I don't know about that, gingerbread man.
Dub Joe's in the yes, you're right. Joe's are in the chat. That's true.
And I see Joe's comment about the Strowman Open Challenge. I mean, I'm sure. I'm
never gonna happen.
They've hired him and refired him a million times. They could do it again. They definitely would. If like they need to do it for like a one-off, they would literally hire him to lose the Open. Let him go again. Yeah.
You know that if that happens, they've run out of options.
No, it's just like it's one of those things. It's like, oh, we need to go with someone for Open to fight at this big pay-per-view. Oh yeah, let's get the Roar. I'm pretty sure him and Raquel are still together, so I'm sure that bridge isn't completely burned. Plus, his fucking show airs right after fucking Smackdown every week.
And you don't watch it, so.
Well, why would I watch it, bro? Smackdown's 3 hours, and I DVR.
You don't DVR Strowman's fucking eats?
I probably should, honestly, because I probably would enjoy it.
You love Guy Fieri. Like, that's
I love food, and I love Braun Strowman.
So technically, you're not doing right by your boy.
Dude, I don't have enough time to watch all this fucking TV.
You have
when am I going to be able to watch this shit? I have LFG on my thing. I probably won't watch that for weeks because I'm going away, so I'll let them pile up. I'm fucking behind on Maul. I'm behind on Daredevil. I'm 2 episodes behind on The Boys. Those are all my favorite shows. I'm behind all that shit. So what do you think it is with shows I haven't even considered yet? It's hard enough to keep up with this fucking wrestling.
Smackdown is going to 2 hours.
Thank fucking God. That's the thing. Like, I enjoy a lot of Smackdown, but God, give me that hour back. That's the thing. Like, I love NXT. I wasn't able to get to it for the podcast. Tell you what, I won't be watching is AEW unless if Joe tells me Sky Blue was on, which I already watched the promo on Twitter on mute, so I don't think I need to watch it on the show.
Well, this got out of hand very quickly.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. Can we get to the heat, please?
Yeah, let's do it.
Get him off my TV. Get him off my TV. Get him off my TV. I assume you're talking about a man in a trench coat who gets the crowd to sing. Is that what you're saying you're going to put in the heat?
Oh yeah. So I was gonna put Seth Rollins in the shine,
But
because I absolutely loved the way he put Breaker over. I thought it was a very good promo, and it's the type of promo where it's like, okay, you're making this guy without but even though you clearly disdain him. But then I thought about it, especially when Braun came out, and I was like, well, Braun said it'd be on site, so that was a lie. Seth also said it'd be on site, also a lie. Then the segment ended Nestlemania, and guess what didn't happen? They didn't get physical. These two have said it would be on site. They want to kill each other. And they did an entire promo segment where they both talked for a long time. And they did not fucking a little touch at all. That's why this segment's in the heat. But goddamn, I was ready to put Seth Rollins in the prime. The shy. Because I thought the promo on Breaker was fantastic. That was a beautiful way to put over your opponent big time to make him, so then you can then try to cut him down. But the fact that it wasn't on site for either guy and they were just kind of and then just walked away, had to go in the heat.
it's wrestling. You got to pay for the fucking match, bud.
Dude, we fucking watch people brawl every fucking week. And when
On site.
You cannot cut promos. You cannot cut promos that say it'll be on site. And then when you see each other, not fucking touch. You can't do that. You can't.
Yes, you can.
Fucking just lied.
Yes, you can.
You made Braun Breaker look like a pussy, and you made Seth Rollins look like a dumbass.
He fucking shattered the back of his skull last week with a chair shot. He's got eight staples.
Then maybe don't put them in the ring together. Have fucking Paul Heyman come out then.
Well, then Paul Heyman's going to eat it fucking stomp.
Exactly. Let him fucking eat something on site. He can take it.
I did laugh at a couple of lines though. The line of you're the best in the world at being number 2. And I was
They were a great promo. It was good promos.
But then though, you're not even number 2 in your own family. I was like, okay, that was well said. But as our boy Daniel put in the thought bubble here, saying thoughts on Bully Ray wanting Braun to start using the Steiner name rather than Breaker.
I said that the second he debuted. It always should have been that way. I understand they want to make him his own thing, and Braun Breaker's a fucking badass name, and he's so good enough it doesn't matter. But it was such a fucking layup. It's just the same thing with Lexus Kane. Why the fuck is he called Lexus Kane? He's not good enough to be called Lexus Kane. Call him by his fucking name. So the same thing, Curtis Axel. Call him by his fucking name.
It's called IP, buddy.
Yeah, Michael McGillicuddy. Get the fuck out of here.
Listen, it was better than Michael McGillicuddy. I mean, the Curtis Axel thing was way better in my opinion.
It was. Curtis Axel was 1,000,000% better. But
I don't think
still,
it matters.
There's a reason why some of these guys flame out. Because you're not taking advantage. You know why Cody Rhodes is called Cody Rhodes? Because his dad was fucking Dusty Rhodes. You know why Randy Orton is Randy Orton? Because his dad was Cowboy Bob Orton. You know why Ted DiBiase Jr. was called Ted DiBiase Jr.? Because his dad was Ted DiBiase. It's not that fucking hard.
Maybe they don't like the Steiners. Maybe
it
they
literally
don't want
doesn't.
that to be a big deal.
Are you kidding me? They fucking had them in the crowd for the whole year Braun debuted. They fucking put him in the Hall of Fame with him. There's nothing. Triple H loves all that shit. He's not an idiot. And now they let people use their own fucking names.
Braun Steiner does not make sense.
Braun Steiner sounds fucking great. Done. Sold.
Braun Steiner.
No, he's going to Breaker his name back to Steiner. You're a fucking idiot, Adam, if you don't want him to take the Steiner.
Braun Breaker, is he? You love alliteration, Joshua. Don't get with me. You know you love a good alliteration. Don't you dare tell me that you don't. I've known you for at least 20 years. Don't you dare.
You're an idiot.
I'm many things. An idiot sometimes, sure. Not now, though. Not now. All right?
He should be Steiner. 100%. Always should have been.
Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
It does matter.
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. It doesn't matter.
He's already great. He'd be so much better if he was a fucking Steiner.
Oh my
gosh. They reference it anyways. Why are you fucking hiding it, bro?
Let me ask you this.
Yeah.
What does it make a difference? How does it make a difference?
Because his name is fucking Steiner.
His real name is Bronson. They can't call him Bronson. So they're not going to.
Braun Steiner. It works. Braun is short for
Braun.
Bronson.
Is stupid.
Braun is short for Bronson, Adam.
I know, but they have a Bronson Reed, dumbass.
Yeah, they can call him Braun Steiner. It's not that fucking hard.
It doesn't matter.
What do you mean it doesn't make sense? It makes perfect sense. You're an idiot. You're a fucking moron. You are an absolute idiot.
No, listen, I'll say this much.
Listen, dumbass.
No one, you're going to confuse the crowd now. You're going to confuse the crowd.
Are you kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? Don't give me that bullshit.
You
Do know how many
are.
times they change? Oh, well, yeah. So you must have really wanted Gunther to stay Walter because you don't want to confuse the crowd. Shut up, you fucking idiot. That is so dumb.
No,
Dumbest
listen.
thing you ever said.
Do you
Oh
notice
my
how they
God.
changed his
Confuse
name
the crowd
before
I
he
guess
got to
Kane
the main
should have never
roster?
been Kane. He should have said Dr. Isaac Yankem.
That was
Don't
a
wanna
gimmick
confuse the crowd.
change. That
Don't
was a
wanna do
gimmick
that.
change. That was
You're
a
a fucking
gimmick
idiot.
change.
Don't want to confuse the crowd. Are you fucking kidding me?
Braun Breaker is a
Jesus
better name
Christ.
than Braun Steiner.
Oh my God. You are just so dense tonight.
Dense?
You're dense tonight.
Dense.
Yeah, you got fucking Steiner math going on in your skull because you ain't making no goddamn sense.
Braun Steiner. Yeah, that's great.
Braun
Breaker.
Steiner. Yeah,
No.
fucking way better. Way better. Because that's his fucking name.
Bronson Reed should go back to Jonah. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, exactly,
people.
Nestle. So
Get
fuck
the
you,
fuck
Nestle.
out of here. Get the fuck
Fuck
out of
you,
here, all of you. You guys are ridiculous. If you think Steiner is give me a break.
He was Bronson Reed before Jonah. He got fired.
He was Jonah before then.
Yeah, well, nobody knew who he was before then.
We gotta send JC and Nels the same couples counseling.
I mean, hey, you know what? That was only one day, so that sounds pretty quick.
That's all they did?
He literally missed day through the draft and showed up to work on Monday. Yeah, what does he go to counseling for? Oh, he's been cheating on his wife for 10 years because he likes that fucking New Jersey pussy. Oh, yeah, he's not going to change. None of them change. He's going to find another place to stick it.
I'm going to leave an awkward silence.
All right, tell me what I'm telling lies.
I don't know. Anyway, Jonas should not be Jonah, and Braun should not be a Steiner.
Yeah, he should be a Steiner.
Anyway.
I don't want the Bronson Reed to be Jonah because he's always been Bronson Reed.
Jonah. Yeah, fine.
And Jonah, like, who's Jonah? Is like Jonah related to Jonah Jonas or something? Is that even a real person? I don't fucking know.
Wow, that was great.
We didn't know if
Jonah,
has there ever
Hill?
been a famous Jonah? Jonah Hill, yeah. Is he related to
Jonah
Jonah Hill? No, but that's not his last name. His last name's not Jonah.
It's a first
name.
name.
You know what? I'm surprised Vince didn't make him Jonah because Vince loved the one names.
Why don't we just call him Braun?
Braun Steiner. Yeah, that's fine.
No,
you can call him Braun. We call him Braun for short. But Braun Steiner.
Let me ask you this. Would you rather if you see Scott Steiner, you're going to call him Scott Steiner or you're going to call him Big Papa Pump? Because I'm calling him Big Papa Pump.
Probably both. Big Papa Pump, Scott Steiner.
Oh,
Holla, if you hear me.
Look who came out of his nap and his fucking hibernation.
Bird fucking gets it.
He also likes Brie Bella. Disqualified immediately.
No, he likes Nikki Bella. Because
whatever.
The hotter
Flotation. Doesn't matter. No talent.
Nestle,
you
are on fucking Nestle Island with this fucking bullshit.
I'm telling you right now. Braun Steiner is better than Jonah Reed.
Yeah.
Give me a fucking break. That's not his name.
You know what? We should make
Jonah Reed.
Here's what we're gonna do. Here's what we're gonna do. Not only are we gonna give Braun his name back and be Braun Steiner, we're gonna make Bronson Steiner, so we get the Steiner brothers back, baby. Done. Book that shit.
Brothers.
Book that shit. I don't give a shit.
They're
you know how many non-brother
brothers.
tag teams have been brothers?
There's like 6 Steiners coming to the WWE, bro.
Yeah, let them all come. We're going to have a fucking cumgasm of Steiners on WWE television.
God.
It's going to be the Steiner bloodline versus the fucking Fatu, Roman, Anoa'i, Jojo, whatever bloodline. Samoans versus Steiners. Oh, that rolls off the tongue. Samoans versus Steiners at War Games.
I agree with that, but I mean, you don't need to call them Steiners.
Yeah, no, they're Steiners. It's already been changed. It is Braun Steiner and Bronson Steiner. They are these Steiner brothers. It's just done.
If it mattered, he'd be changed by now.
Oh my God, Nestle. You can't use that argument because now every time you say something, to be like this shot, be like, well, if it mattered, they would have done it.
Steinhausen. I love it. Thank you. There we go, Daniel.
Yeah. Braun Steinhausen.
You're always up. Yeah, but you never come into the fucking chat, do you? Sitting there fucking in your dark room.
Don't take your fucking misguided anger because you just got fucking owned by all of us.
No. Hey, you know what? Listen.
I don't want Steiners on my TV. I'd rather have breakers because I like circuit breakers because that's where I stick my little pin.
Creed brothers are honorary Steiners.
Done. Oh my God. This
might as well throw Gable in there. Chad Steiner.
Ready, willing, and Steiner.
This is terrible. Any amateur wrestler. Let's have Gable Steiner too.
Nestle, there are a lot of fucking Samoans, so we got to get a lot of Steiners.
Oh, for God's
we got to get a lot. So let's go. Anybody who looks and acts like a Steiner, you're in. You're in.
What is a criteria for a Steiner? Please indulge me.
Just look at Scott Steiner, and that's a Steiner. I don't have to explain
it. Roided out and can't fucking talk.
Yeah, Braun Breaker can talk pretty well, bro.
I know he's got a fucking PhD. That man.
But yeah, no, we got the Steiner brothers and Braun and Bronson. We got the Creed brothers, who are now the Creed Steiner brothers. We're gonna hyphen that shit. But yeah, we got to keep adding to this faction because there's a lot of fucking Samoans. So this like fucking 15 versus 15 War Games match, we need a lot of Steiners.
This might be
if you hear me.
This might be the dumbest conversation. The dumbest conversation we've ever had.
You know what?
By far.
Oba Steiner.
No, fuck off. At this rate, you might have said Strowman Steiner. It's like Doink the Clown.
There you go. Oh, but Strowman's definitely a Steiner.
Strowman is a Steiner.
Strowman's like the redheaded Steiner.
Yeah. He's the one that had, got to be yoked. Yeah, got to have stupidity and suplexes. Yeah. Jesus fucking Christ.
Scott fucked a hippopotamus to make that thing.
Fuck the hippopotamus for Christmas.
Oh my God.
Oh, brother. Where the fuck are we? We're in the heat.
We're in the heat.
Doc Steiner. Give me a fucking break. Oh man. Steiner. All right. I've lost track of where the hell we are. Anything else?
They fired Kairi Sane. I didn't like that.
Yeah.
Especially because then they'd have the fucking Asuka promo on EO, and we're all of us watching like, well, we really wish Kairi was a part of it. That was a bummer.
Do we talk about Black Friday here? Is this what we're doing? Or we're gonna talk about the
I mean, that was honestly I hate watching people lose their jobs. That's the only one to me where I was like, ooh, don't like that because it doesn't. That's someone who is used quite often and still has a lot going on and has a lot to offer. A lot of the rest of them, like, I mean, Black and Zelina probably would have liked to stay here, but I think a lot of them will probably do better elsewhere because they literally were on TV or being used anyways.
Okay. All right.
Like, look, Alba Fire is amazing. I love Alba Fire. I think she's so underrated. She never got her crack in WWE. She's just Chelsea Green had her as a henchman, but Alba can go somewhere else and be in the fucking top of the card and be awesome. So
I agree.
It's one of those things. No, honestly, probably. She could do what the Tickler's doing. Oh my God. My Sisters of Thin versus Alba Fire. She comes in with her flaming bat like she did in NXT. Oh my God, Tony, I already booked your women's main event.
Yeah.
You are not good at listening because you suck at booking. But by God, debut Kaylee Ray / Alba Fire with that flaming bat and have her go after the Sisters of Sin. I am giving you cinema, you stupid, coked out fucking Nepo baby. Do it.
The following announcement was paid for by JC.
Yeah. But yeah, before that, Becky beat Io for the IC title. Who cares?
I know, right? Like, what a fucking what?
Oh, Tiffany Stratton won the U.S. title over Julia.
Who cares?
I got my hope of what's going to happen there.
Here's the thing. I have not wanted. Let me say this the right way. I don't want to see Tiffany on my television anymore. That ship has sailed on me.
I think a lot of people disagree with you on that.
Oh, I know that. I'm ahead of the curve here. I'm like Belichick. I'm like 3 years ahead of curve. What?
Isla Dawn's already in AEW. I haven't seen her. Is she on Collision or some shit?
You know how on AEW Dark. So
yeah, well, I would love to be in the dark with her. Oh my God.
You might want to be in the light to see what you're doing there. I mean, it's worth it.
I don't know.
You might have 2 pumps and say you're sorry, but that's okay. It happens to everybody, Josh.
With her, that's 2 more than I'm giving myself credit for. We've got
Usos in the LA Knight. We've got a problem there. Fantastic. Can't have more fucking universal fucking bloodline bullshit. What the fuck are we doing there? That's fine. And I think that's pretty much all we can do. You want to get hopeful?
Glorious. I'm only hope. I'll go first, Nestlemania, because I actually have prepared hope.
Okay.
You ready for this?
Mm-hmm.
Tiffany Stratton. She's the U.S. champ now, which means she's going to have to wrestle. But there's a promo of someone else will be debuting on Smackdown. And open challenge, that shit. And I need a better version of Tiffany Stratton who can actually wrestle, cut a promo, and do a character to beat Tiffany Stratton for the U.S. title. Blake Monroe. Yeah, give it to me. Hashtag JC knows. Hashtag JC hope come true. Short and simple, Nestlemania. Blake Monroe's a fucking stud. She's going to be a star in WWE. Just go watch the Mariah May stuff and you'll know. That's why the NXT strip was short. But yeah, she is amazing. And she should beat Tiffany Stratton for the U.S. title. Done.
I can get behind that, actually.
Yeah, I figured.
I can get behind that.
Basically, she's back with the Grizzled Young Veterans, Joe? Why are they not on Dynamite?
Collision.
I know I
Everything's on
delete Collision without watching it. Fuck, I gotta start watching Collision.
Maybe Collision might make you an AEW sicko.
No. MJF, Swerve, Ospreay, Sisters of Sin, FTR, Christian, when they're not being boring. And then this, Isla Dawn. I need to find it. Is she called Isla Dawn on AEW, Joe? You can put it in the comments. Decide. Nestle can do his hope.
Very quickly, they said Mariah and Tiffany injected into my veins of the Joe Stopper. Listen, I mean, Mariah talking up to the Barbie doll, like that just by itself makes fucking perfect sense. So I'm in like Flynn. So something that happened on, I believe, Monday was a little match that we called Penta versus Rusev. Fun match. Enjoyed it a heck of a lot.
Yes.
Of course, there was a schmaz at the end here, which made me go, you know what? Since we don't ever have a tag team championship that is actually defended, it seems like, I would love to see after this whole Penta thing goes away, like Penta's going to move on because Rusev and fucking all the other people are not going to win. I would want to see Rusev and Ethan Page become a hodgepodge tag team and win the tag titles. I think there's something there. The way that Ethan Page and Rusev are connected to each other, the way they interact, just there's something chemistry-wise there that I feel like needs to be explored. If they don't do it, they're doing both men a disservice. I mean, Ethan Page can do whatever the fuck he wants. Rusev's just having a fucking time of his life. But those two together, I bet there's magic there. I think there might be magic. That's my hope. Getting them in a tag team and see what happens.
We're going to see it next week.
I know, but what I'm saying is I think there's magic there. I really do. I don't know what it is. So it's just inexplainable. It's just one of those things, you know, you see it and you go, the tingle in my loins there, Joshua.
I mean, look at there's no bigger Rusev or Ethan Page fan than a JC here. So the more of them at all, I'm all for.
Okay.
Don't call it a comeback, Nestlemania. Roxanne. Roxanne. Yeah, she's back. I love her. She wrestled in her hometown. And since Triple H books and not Vince, she got a big dub in her hometown. They are the #1 contenders for the tag titles. But what I also loved about this is that they kind of did it before Mania, but kind of brushed it under the rug, and Liv kind of referenced that. Be like, look I know Finn brought you in and this and that, if you're still loyal to him, but like, we love you, we're family. And I was just like, I like this extra layer because I had said that, like, I thought that maybe they'd kick out Raquel, but I think Roxanne eventually becoming the babyface here and getting her run as babyface and maybe being the one to take down Liv eventually, I could really get behind because obviously we know Roxanne is one of the best women's wrestlers on the planet. Her heel turn was surprising how good she was at it. And Liv and Raquel are actually legitimately best friends in real life. So I understand why they're always put together now. Because Liv literally said that on Cody's podcast, that literally Raquel is her best friend in the world. So that makes a lot of sense. So, but I like how we're going about business as usual, obviously. But just like, I love the extra layers with Finn kind of as a catalyst for the Roxanne thing. Just it's one of those things like Judgment Day never dies, baby, because there's always layers. But yeah, Roxy's back on television. She's back in the ring. That's my girl. She gets my comeback.
You know, I can see a world where she wins the Queen of the Ring.
I'd be cool with that. She's fucking damn talented, so she should win everything. Eventually.
When you said she had a big dub, I thought you said she was going to have a big dump truck, which, you know.
I mean, the internet can tell you that every time she's on TV.
Two things can be true. Am I right?
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, my comeback is going to, I was going to give it to Joe Hendry because it was Paul.
Say his name and he appears.
He did the Paul, can we fire Logan Paul?
Mm-hmm.
But pump the brakes. What do my eyes appear to see on NXT yesterday? But a big fan who does a moonsault on the one and only Tony D'Angelo. That's Will Cruz. And you don't know him, JC.
No fucking idea.
But I'm going to tell you right now, that man had a mullet. That man traveled the world. He has done some really awesome shit. I'm telling you right now, JC, he's not a Nestle guy, but I will say this much because I don't want to curse him. That's why I said he's not a Nestle guy. You will love him. You will love him. You want to know why? He's a big motherfucker who can move. And
I
he
like big
does,
motherfuckers who can move.
and he can do some flashy ass shit. And I know you're gonna love him because when I've watched him, and Danny's gonna his jaw's gonna drop when I say this. He is one of the best wrestlers I've seen in a very long time. Anti-shame on this one.
That is
I
high
think
praise.
I will say this much. In terms of his body, in terms of how he can go, he's got personality too. I think you're going to enjoy it. I think strap in. I think if NXT lets him do what he's supposed to do,
I think they will. They let him fucking jump on their champion. So
I think you're going to really enjoy what he brings to the table. I think you're going to be pleasantly surprised. I'd say set the bar midway, but so we can get over it. But man, you're going to enjoy what he can do.
I told you off the top of the show, I'm very excited that there's all this new blood, especially in the men's division in NXT, because it's been lacking there for a bit. And they literally called up their top 5 males and left Tony and Miles to fend for themselves. So, yeah, this is what we needed. There was a ton of debuts and just, yeah, this guy caught my eye. He's a big boy that jumped off the top rope. And Vic called him a fan, but hey.
All I'm saying is this. If you like Kevin Owens, you will like him.
I mean, that's immediately what you think of when you see him because it's the same body type. So that makes sense.
And I think it's one of those things where Kevin Owens is more intense. Maybe he'll get there, Will Cruz, but man, it's important for this guy to develop. I think if he develops the right way, I think you're going to enjoy it. Evil's there too. Yes, we cannot forget about Evil.
He was the one who sent the mystery package to Tony D. So,
can I say something really quickly? I don't really know if I'm really buying into the whole Tony D'Angelo thing. Like, he's a special kind of superstar, but I kind of miss the gimmick. I'll be honest with you.
So I had a long conversation with our boy Cap about this because I love that gimmick. It was one of my favorite gimmicks in NXT.
It wouldn't have made it. I know.
That's the big thing. It's just I think they looked at it and they're like, look it. Tony is one of the best male wrestlers we have on our roster. The injury kind of slowed him down a bit, but like he's that good. This gimmick's amazing, but can it translate? They must not have thought so. So they said he's injured anyways. Let's rebuild him. I don't love this like just badass loner gimmick either, but it's one of those things with him. He's so talented that as long as they keep trying things, they'll find one that sticks and he will get to where he needs to go. Because, I mean, you watch this guy. Every time I watch a Tony D'Angelo match, I'm always shocked at how good he is, how smooth he is, how crisp he is. And I'm just like, he doesn't think, especially when he was like the goofy gimmick at first, and all that. Just he's coming out with the baggy clothing and stuff and with the accent. And it's just like, you don't think about it. But then you watch him wrestle. It's like, he is really good. And he obviously has character depth. So, yeah, no, I agree. I'm not loving this whole gimmick that he has going on right now either, but it just showed me that, like, Shawn Michaels has immense confidence in this kid, and Triple H probably tasked him to be like, make this kid a call-up next year. Like, find a way to make him undeniable. And so I think they're going to try shit, and I have faith that they will figure it out.
I feel like they present him similar to Roman Reigns, like the way he looks, the way his beard.
Yeah, they're trying to give him like aura as like a badass.
It's one of those things where it's like, I know we joke about this all the time that NXT is a factory and they're just being like, who do we have to replace? And we'll just make this person the next version of that in some form, which is fine because that's a foolproof plan in some ways, but it could backfire. I just think that, like, when I looked at Tony D'Angelo, I was like, this guy has range. He's believable. He's authentic. And then they took the thing away from him, and I was just like, I don't know. I think they like, and again, it's not really fair to say this because no one's in their final form in NXT because they're all going to change when they get to the main roster. But like, you want to go from the main roster to be like, I feel pretty confident that this person, man or woman, is going to go up there and do what they need to do. And yeah, there'll be tweaks and shit. But like, I don't know, like, I watch him and I feel like I'm not watching a full 3-dimensional character anymore. So it bothers me. That's all. It just bothers me. All right.
Definitely need to figure it out with him. I agree. Because the talent's there.
Yeah.
Just finding what works. Nestlemania, speaking of talent and talent being called out from NXT on SmackDown, we will get the Ricky Saints debut. As I believe, I haven't got to it yet, but I'm assuming he put over Shiloh Hill on Tuesday night as he heads his way up. And I mean, look he's on Cody's show. So Cody's got the fucking big old Cody boner for his boy. He's also on the same show as his good buddy Royce Keys. And JC has said he wouldn't mind them getting back together at some point. And look Ricky's a charisma man. He's got charisma for days. The only thing that's going to hurt him is his size, but he's the type of guy that can overcome it. So I look forward to some banners he's going to have on SmackDown.
Is it weird that he's a tiny man who does a spear?
I mean, Jey Uso does a spear. It's better than Jey Uso's spear.
But there's
Low
also
bar,
there's also the Steiner spear. There's also the Roman
it's one of those.
spear.
It's one of his moves. It's not all his moves.
Okay.
You know.
I'm just saying.
You know.
I just feel like
You're size shaming. I get it. That's what you do.
I did the opposite with Will Cruz though, so it is what it is. But it's fine.
Well, because he's not little. You size shame the little ones.
What were I gonna say? That he's overweight? Is that what you want me to do?
No, I'm just saying. I'm saying you specifically size shame the little ones.
I'm a little guy.
You're part of the problem. Yeah, I know. You size shame your brethren.
I want to see these people get. And my thing
Clearly not. I'm a short kin myself, and I support the short kins. You usually put down the short kins and be like, man, you can't want to wear tight.
Listen. I'll tell you this much. Listen to me.
Too small. Oh, no, yeah, no.
Ricky Sainz is a knockoff Rock. That's all.
Better Rock, in my opinion.
Nah, I think we've already got the Rock in the next generation, and it's called Trick Williams.
Yeah, but there can be Ricky Sainz is not the Rock. He's a better version
of the Rock.
Yeah, he's if the Rock
can't even say that with a straight fucking face.
If the Rock could wrestle and was smaller, he'd be Ricky Sainz.
Oh my god. That is the dumbest thing you've said tonight.
No,
we've said some dumb
shit.
That's some Steiner math.
You took the dumb cake on the podcast tonight.
The dumb cake.
Yeah, you took the dumb cake. I can say whatever I want at this point. It won't be touch you. But on Raw Nestlemania, Sol Ruka signs her contract, so I expect some nonsense during that segment.
Maybe Blake will just interrupt her. It'll be great.
Well, Blake's on Smackdown, so that won't happen.
I don't know.
Dumbass.
So who's gonna interrupt her?
But also, I don't know. Probably she already fought Liv, so maybe it'll be the Judgment Day. I don't fucking know.
Maybe they'll make Rock
Becky Lynch. Oh, I'd watch that match. I'd enjoy that match. Also, we have a tag team match play. Rusev and Ethan Page taking on Penta and Javon Evans. I mean, look it. Just make the Fatal 4-Way already. I'm in.
At Backlash.
Yeah, Lashback. Let's go.
Dollar Store Rock. There we go, baby.
I'd rather have that Rock than the real Rock. At least he shows up for work.
At least one puts butts in the seats. People don't know who.
Yeah, Ricky Sainz. Brock ain't put Rock hasn't put any butts in the seats because he doesn't show up for work. He doesn't put butts in the seats in his fucking XFL either. UFL, what the fuck it's called. Dumbass Rock. Get the fuck out of here. You've always been a Rock apologist. You love how he puts down everyone in his promos.
Oh, shut the fuck up. And you look at you can't even get through a fucking insult without laughing. Because you're just
I love the Rock. I want his rock hard abs in my mouth.
You know what you are? You are a gaslighter. That's what you are. You a certified gaslighter.
So what episode is this?
521, baby.
You're figuring this out now.
Listen to me. By the way, we never said this last week.
You're a fucking you're a bundle of little what is it called? Kindling? You're literally human kindling. I don't have to try very hard to light you up.
Can I tell you this? We didn't say this last week. We just celebrated 10 years of the Knocker. We just glanced right over it last week. So
yeah, like I said, 10 years, you haven't figured it out yet.
Jesus Christ.
You're also Ron all the time, so
that's not true at all. That's not true. That's not true.
You're Ron about that.
I said the Wyatt shouldn't wrestle, and bon voyage, they're gone.
They did wrestle. You Nestle cursed them, and I gotta add to the Nestle curse.
Fuck
Nestle got the Wyatts fired.
Yeah, I got them fired.
Not that they were all fucking low card jobbers and got put in action. Let's see, Nestle curse.
You want to go to the Black Friday, people? Because I'll tell you who I cursed. All right?
The Wyatt 6. He got them all fired.
I didn't get Kyrie's fired, did I? No, I didn't.
She's going to get rehired. If they rehire any of them, it'll be her. Because
Aleister Black and Zelina Vega cans, right?
No, not Can. You just called your boy a Can. You cursed him, too. You got him fired twice.
Motor City Machine Guns couldn't help them though.
At least they got their title run, but they were never going to do anything with them.
I don't know. I'm trying to look at everybody. Alba Fire we already talked about.
Zoe Stark.
That was a tough one. Apollo Crews. I fucking cursed.
Nobody knew he still worked there except for he's been in random backstage segments with Zack Ryder. So.
You can't tell me that you couldn't find space for Santos Escobar in AAA.
No, so I love Santos Escobar. I think Santos wanted to leave on his own because I think he realized they're not going to push me where I deserve to be. So I think that one, to me, his contract was up, and I'm sure he was just like, yeah, I'm fine with you not renewing it. And he's obviously, I've always been very high on him. It felt like they were never going to pull the trigger on him.
I will say I have more respect for Andre Chase after hearing seeing what he tweeted out, which I thought was fantastic. Did you see what he said?
I read it, but I forgot.
He basically said, when I started in NXT, they told me I would never get to the main roster. I'm not here to do that. I'm here to get other people over. And I got over by accident. And so he goes, I shouldn't have never had a title. I should have never done anything. And I went over my expectations. I enjoyed everything I did. And I thank WWE for even allowing me to get that far. And
he's right. He's going to be rehired probably the same way Shayna Baszler was rehired. He's going to be a fucking coach down there or something. Like, just he will. Because like he's 100% right. That's literally like, that's the main reason why they brought my boy Sean Spears back too. He just gets to be on TV still while he does it. But it's the same. It's just like these guys, like they're veterans who are very good at the craft and they're very good at teaching. WWE wants those people. I mean, Ethan Page came out and said today in an interview, he's like, look I want to work here forever. Yeah, I love being on TV now. He's like, but I want to be a producer and a coach. He's like, I go to the Performance Center every day. I talk to these young kids and have one-on-ones with them all the time because I want this job for life. I want this. And then like Andre Chase is a guy like that. Sean Spears is a guy like that. So just like it's one of those things. So I love that perspective of it because look I've said all the time, like this Chase U thing, it's fun in NXT. It's never going to go anywhere. First time I saw him, like this gimmick's never going anywhere, but hey, credit to him. He did. He was a tag team champ with, who do you win with? It was like a hodgepodge. Who was it? I don't fucking remember this shit, dude.
Ridge?
Ridge the Fridge. That's right. That's right. God bless Ridge the Fridge. He was part of the last set of cuts.
Get some cold cuts.
Yeah.
I will say this much. Anybody on that list that you're excited about to go to NXT? Sorry, go to AEW? Or anybody that you think fits? Like the Guns.
I already said Alba Fire. That's a slam dunk for me.
The Guns
good in the Motor City Machine Guns, but I like literally like AEW's tag division has been dog shit forever, and they literally like they have FTR as champs again, and they don't even have them wrestle tag teams. They're kind of doing the cope dope thing now, which is fun. But yeah, I mean, look at like everyone who got released is talented. They're all going to land on their feet. But Alba Fire is definitely one I want to see go there. The Guns, they're already going there. I don't even have to wish for it. I'm trying to think who else. Did you name
Kyrie would be a good pickup for them, I think.
She would, but I would assume she's just not. She's going to go and do other stuff again like she did last time. I think she's going to be back, though. I really do.
You're right, Joe. I'm wrong. He was with the Vink. That's what it was.
The Vink. Okay.
The Vinkster. I forgot about him for a second. I get him and the other one. They were all together and Andre Chase or whatever. So
yeah, but no, he did win the tag titles with Ridge. That you were right about that.
Yeah, but I think Vink is the one that we remember the most. So do you remember what his name was?
The Vink. You were a big Vink guy.
I was a big Vink guy. You know what I do? Instead of people find talent, I find people who are going to get probably gone.
Released.
I mean, in a way, that's an eye for talent or lack thereof, right?
Yeah.
You've been cursed.
Do you think Aleister Black goes back to
I fucking hope not.
AEW?
I fucking hope.
What about anyone from the Wyatt Six? I'm looking at the list now.
I think if Tony Khan is smart, he should pick up Joe Gacy.
I agree. I think Joe Gacy's by far the most talented.
Out of that group. Nikki Cross also could help the women's division.
Yeah, she'd be good there. They could also have her hang out with my Sisters of Sin.
Even if she's getting other people over, I think she'd be helpful getting them,
Yeah.
I think that's important. I mean, Eric Rowan is Eric Rowan.
He's already been there.
I am curious what happens with Bo, because that's like the weird part.
I think he just goes back into retirement like he did last time. He literally only came back to honor his bro.
I know, but isn't it weird that it feels like this was a whole thing and then like they just like I know you can say, well, if it's not making money, if it's taking up time, like whatever, but like
I just don't think they knew what to do with it. And it was one of those things like they could just throw them out there, but like once they fought the MFTs, it's like who are we gonna have them fight? Yeah. And that's why like for me, I was never into it. In the crowd, I would have been into it, and that's why you do it, but it's just like they have so much of that shit. It's just I don't know. They weren't big enough names. They just weren't. Okay. I will say the rest of this list, the one the girl who won the first LFG, who I said was a fucking flop, the Olympic girl, they cut her. So they clearly knew about that. They cut one of Tony D's henchmen. And then the one that surprised me, and she's going to be on this season of LFG because it's already taped, is my girl Serena Linton, the young firecracker who does the cool move. So I'm assuming she doesn't win LFG if she got cut.
Wouldn't that be?
I saw Maxine's hubby there was one of the debuts on NXT last night with his new name. Anthony Luke. I don't remember what his new name was, but he looked great. He's a specimen for sure.
Well, hopefully
he's the one who actually acts like The Rock. They literally said that to him every time after, like, dude, bro, you got to stop trying to be The Rock. Be someone else.
Well, here it is.
He banes Maxine, though. So he's winning something.
Yeah.
All right, I got nothing else. We done?
I think we're good. Now, would you like to tell everybody that you're going to be leaving me?
Yeah, I'm gone for 2 weeks, bitches. I'm going to España. The next 2 jobber knockers, I will literally be in a foreign country. So, yeah. It is, I believe, a 6-hour time difference. So when you're recording, hopefully I'm asleep, but you never know.
He's not going to be listening to us, so we can say basically anything we want.
No, God, no, yeah. But, yeah, 2:30 in the morning, if I'm awake, maybe I'll call in.
No, you won't.
Probably not. Like I said, I hope I'm sleeping.
Anyway, we won't miss you. Have fun in España. And, no Drew talk. I made it.
I think Fatu sent him to the disabled list for a bit, Joe, so I think you're good.
Oh, boy. All right, on that note, thank you for listening and watching the Jobber Knocker podcast. I'll be back next week with some more Jobber Knockery.